While exploring Paradise Falls with evil karma, we find an option while talking with Eulogy to pass an evil karma check and say, I'm in the market for a bodyguard like yours. Are you selling?
You gotta be careful using a slave as a bodyguard. Most aren't exactly motivated to keep you alive. You know what I mean? You're in luck. It turns out my girl Clover is just the right little package for you.
Well, wait, isn't she already your bodyguard? Why sell her?
Have you seen this place? I've got all the guards a body would ever need. Even a body as fabulous as mine.
What makes her so special?
I'll tell you why. Because Clover is the craziest girl I've ever seen, and I'm an expert on crazy girls. Crazy in a fight, crazy in the sack, crazy every which way but loose, but most of all, she's crazy in love with whoever's holding her leash. And for the low cost of 1,000 caps, Miss Clover could be crazy for you.
No deal. I like my bodyguard sane.
Then good luck finding someone who'd risk their life for yours. Not something a sane person would do these days, is it?
Why would I want your used-up hand-me-downs?
I don't think Clover's going to be used up anytime soon. That girl's got the devil in her, and she's crazy to boot.
We can pass a barter check to say, if she's so crazy, maybe I'll take her off your hands, but only for 500 caps.
I ought to sick Clover on you, just to show who's boss. But you're right, she makes the other girls nervous. And when they're nervous, I'm nervous. So go ahead and have fun with Clover. She's your problem now. Let's go, ladies, keep up.
My name's Clover. I hear you're the new woman in my life. You're looking for a bodyguard, and I'm looking for a body. Sounds like we're gonna have some fun times, lover.
And with that, she joins us as a companion. Let's go, Clover.
Whatever you say, honey.
Now, while researching this video, I found a lot of inaccurate information about Clover, so I'm going to show only what I can prove with my gameplay. And the most important thing is that once we buy Clover, she only has eyes for us. Before buying Clover, if we attack any of the slavers in Paradise Falls, Clover also attacks, and she's the most challenging opponent in the entire town. But after buying Clover, she assists us if we choose to tear Paradise Falls to shreds. She even helps out if we go inside to kill her former lover, Eulogy Jones. Eulogy Jones! If we decide to dismiss her, she acts heartbroken.
Can I do something for you? Or to you?
Leave me alone, Clover. You're fired.
Wait, what? Why?
On second thought, stay with me.
I was worried for a second.
Actually, get out of here. Why? Because I say so. Go.
If that's the way you're going to play, lover, I'll be waiting at Eulogy's place when you come crawling back.
Now, other companions, like Jericho, have a strict evil karma requirement. If our karma improves over time while Jericho's a companion, he'll complain about it. And if we dismiss him, we can't get him back as a companion until we lower our karma again. But that's not true with Clover. The karma check happens once when we first buy her. But if we dismiss her, we can recruit her back at any time regardless of our karma level, even if we've killed all the slavers in Paradise Falls and Eulogy.
Oh, you came back. Do you want me to back you up, lover?
How'd you like to come with me, Clover?
Absolutely, lover. Let's go have some fun.
That, I think, is because, as Eulogy said, she's head over heels in love with whomever owns her. We don't learn much more about Clover from the game, but the Fallout 3 official strategy guide says that she's a slave girl whom Eulogy caught recently. He then used her as a prostitute and brainwashed her until she became completely subservient to him. I think a lot of this conditioning appeared in the form of verbal abuse. Before purchasing Clover, we overhear him being very cruel to her.
Clover, we've had this discussion. You stay with me at all times.
Yes, Daddy? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What do you need?
Haven't I always said that I hate to wait? Why you always have to make me wait? What's wrong with you?
Please forgive me, Daddy. It won't happen again. Just tell me what you need. Anything. I'll do anything.
And she's terrified of him, constantly asking for his forgiveness. But due to this conditioning, she's madly in love with him because he owns her leash. And because of that, she's incredibly jealous, particularly of Crimson. We often find Clover talking with Crimson, trying to tear her down or show her her place.
Crimson, did you hear what those fools were saying out in the yard?
Were they talking about how bad you look again? I mean, I hate to break it to you. They're right.
Why do you have to be like that? I'm just trying to talk to you, and you have to come at me with that shit?
I just know who Mr. Eulogy likes better, and as soon as you figure it out too, we'll all be happier.
Eulogy cares about one thing. Eulogy. That's it. And the sooner your dumbass realizes that, the better off we'll all be.
This, I believe, helps explain why once we purchase Clover, she doesn't turn on us when we kill all the slavers in Paradise Falls, even if we kill Eulogy. Now, this entire companion experience is a bit disturbing, and we had a similar issue with Sharon as well. When we found Sharon in the underworld, as I covered in my video about the man that you can watch here, he was working for a bartender named Azrakal, and he, like Clover, is completely loyal to whomever owns his contract. One might then ask, how does that make Sharon different from a slave? But when we bring this up to Sharon, he's adamant that he is not a slave. He is instead an employee. Problem is that he doesn't have a choice whom his employer is. His employer is whomever owns his contract, and I honestly don't know how that doesn't make him a slave. As Azrakal told us before we bought his contract, Sharon was tortured. Something horrible happened to him to brainwash him and make him the way he is. There's really nothing we can do to change him or cure him, so the best we can do is be a good employer to him to make sure that he never has to suffer under a man like Azrakal again. And that's the attitude I think I'm gonna take with Clover. I'm not a fan of owning slaves, but what's the alternative in this particular case? The alternative is that Clover dies. I mean, we have to kill the slavers of Paradise Falls to release the children that they kidnapped and all of the adults whom they've affixed with explosive collars. Either we leave them alone, in which case Clover remains enslaved to Eulogy, where she is perpetually abused, or we have to kill them. And unless Clover is our companion at that time, we kill her too. Now, perhaps she's not worthy of life. After all, she's not a very interesting person. All she does when we travel with her is complain about how bored she is.
This place sucks. Can I have a better gun? Can we go yet? Oh, make it quick. I'm getting bored. I hate being bored. I'm bored.
She is flirty when we try to talk with her.
Aw, aren't you cute?
If we tell her to stand back,
As you wish. But I'm not letting you out of my sight.
or to follow us close,
As you wish, lover.
not to mention when we exchange goods.
You're always welcome to take whatever you want, lover.
But that's only because she's been brainwashed. She's not very ethical. She doesn't care if children are enslaved. She doesn't care if we murder the innocent or steal from them. And that's because she, like the slavers who enslaved her, has evil karma. The good are not the only ones who suffer from the evil. Slavers are just as likely to enslave the good as the evil. We don't know what Clover did in her past, but just because she is a slave doesn't also mean that she's an innocent. But at the end of the day, she is a damaged human being. She was enslaved against her will and brainwashed to become the person she is today. I think because of that, we can forgive her childish petulance from time to time. When we find Clover, she's wearing this dirty pink dress.
Bottle cap for your thoughts.
And so in my game, I put her in Asher's power armor, the cryptochromatic glasses from Point Lookout, and a bonnet. There we are, she's ready for the wasteland. She comes equipped with a sawed-off shotgun and a Chinese officer's sword. Decent weapons, but really kind of low to mid-level. Her highest tag skill is small guns, but it's only 34 out of 100. Her other two tag skills are melee weapons and barter, both at 32. She has 6 strength, making her pretty good for melee, 6 agility, but only 4 endurance. At level 30, her highest level, she has 385 hit points. Compare that to Sharon's 365 hit points. So she can absorb a bit more, but her tag skills are all far lower than Sharon's. She also only has 4 perception, compared to Sharon's 7, making her less likely to find enemies before the Lone Wanderer does. At my character's level, I wanted to beef her up a bit. I don't want her to do a lot of melee damage because that makes things more difficult for me. She prefers melee.
What would you like? I think you'll find I'm quite flexible.
If we ask her to engage in ranged combat.
Oh. Do I have to? That's not nearly as much fun.
And if we tell her to switch to melee.
Gladly. Face-to-face is so much more personal.
But I can't have any companions doing melee because they get in the way. They race towards an enemy and I find myself constantly having to avoid shooting them. So I chose to give her the Zhuanlong assault rifle. We got this for solving an unmarked puzzle at the Museum of Technology. You can watch that video here. Which will make good use of her small gun's tag skill, so that she has some decent range and packs a stronger punch. And that is the short but complete story of Clover from Fallout 3. What are your thoughts on Clover? Did you find her in your game? Did you get her as a companion before killing the slavers of Paradise Falls on a good playthrough? Or were you only able to enjoy her company on an evil playthrough? And does it bother you like it does me that you have to purchase her as property? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I publish many Fallout videos each and every week here on my channel, so if you want to make sure you don't miss my next episode, be sure to subscribe and to click that bell notification button. I have a shirt shop with completely unique designs that you can't find anywhere else. My designs come in a variety of men's, women's, and children's sizes, and in a wide array of colors. They also come on other products as well, smartphone cases, pillows, posters, prints, etc. So if interested, you can find a link to my shop in the description below, or you can click here. If you like what I do and you want to support me in a more personal way, consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon. But more than anything, I'm just so glad you're here watching this video with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you this coming week with a brand new video.